Sweet Summer Days is happening now at Whole Foods Market with sales on the juiciest fruits of the season. Organic peaches, organic cantaloupes, blueberries, and strawberries. That's an epic fruit salad. You'll also find sweet sales on fresh Alaska sockeye salmon and halibut and grill-ready fruity marinades. Keep your wallet happy with aisles of savings from $3.65 by Whole Foods Market, like sparkling waters, frozen fruits, and snacks. Sweeten your summer at Whole Foods Market. Terms apply.
This episode is brought to you by Liquid IV. Whether you're working out, side on your tan, or running errands at the perfect pace, Liquid IV powder keeps you going with 2 times faster hydration than water alone. Because real life is extreme enough. Real people, real flavor, real hydrating. Buy a stick in store or at liquidiv.com with the code podcast for 20% off your order.
This is Optimal Health Daily, episode 2224, Attack of the Cravings, My Top 5 Preemptive Cheats by Jill Coleman of JillFit.com. And I'm Dr. Neil Malik, your host and narrator. Welcome back to another edition of Optimal Health Daily, where I read to you every single day of the year from some of the best blogs covering health, fitness, nutrition, and more. So with that, let's get to today's post and start optimizing your life. Attack of the Cravings, My Top 5 Preemptive Cheats by Jill Coleman of JillFit.com. It happens to all of us. We get cravings for sweet, salty, fruity, chewy, crunchy, cheesy, whatever it is. And the more we hold out and use every ounce of willpower we can muster to avoid giving in, the more difficult it becomes to think about anything else. For many, they might soon say, F it, and indulge in whatever they've been avoiding and jump off the deep end into a whole package of Oreos. But what about another and better alternative, which is to have something just as satisfying, but without going overboard? I call this a preemptive cheat, something that takes away a craving and prevents overindulgences later on, but is more waistline friendly. Eating something preemptively that will satisfy, but not completely hijack your fat loss efforts. Granted, for some people, this approach just won't work. Someone may be more likely to either want to abstain completely or eat a whole real piece of cheesecake or slice of New York-style pizza instead of half-ing it. But for me, preemptive cheats helps me stay on track throughout the week and avoid a major binge later. I guess this is the definition of moderation. Here are my 5 go-to preemptive cheats that help me stay on track but don't affect my fat loss efforts. 1. Guacamole or avocado. How good are these, right? Yet, when we are dieting, all of a sudden they become off limits. It's too fatty, right? Really? Just because you're eating guacamole doesn't mean you need to be dipping chips into it or eating it as part of a 7-layer cheese dip. Instead, try using half a cup of fresh guacamole as the dressing on a salad, or adding a few slices of an avocado to your salad. Talk about satisfying. Plus, the fat in the avocado takes longer to digest, so you will feel fuller for longer and feel more satisfied. Now, because avocado and therefore guacamole are higher in fat, be sure to keep your portion sizes in check. Half of an avocado at one time is perfect. 2. Nut butters. For some people, they can go way overboard on nuts and nut butters to the point where they are killing a whole jar of peanut butter in a matter of days. This is not the best approach for fat loss. And if you know that this is you, it's probably best to either buy individual packets or keep it to one serving, or just bypass them altogether. But for most people, nuts and nut butters are very satiating, meaning a small amount, say 1 huge spoonful, is all that's needed to feel satisfied. When I was prepping for my first competition, every night I would go into the fridge and pull 1 huge spoonful of peanut butter, as much as I could fit on the spoon, and that was it. I felt satisfied, and it was enough to get me to the next night. I apologized to my trainer, to whom at the time I did not confess this. Still, I use this sometimes when I'm jonesing for something but don't want to go all out. 1 huge spoonful of peanut butter per day usually does it. Once again, nuts and nut butters are higher in fat, so stick to serving sizes as much as possible. 3. Breakfast meats. Yes, we're talking bacon and sausage. I get happy talking about these. Anyway, anyone who's ever gone out to breakfast with me knows that I always get some form of breakfast meat, whether it's sausage, bacon, turkey bacon, Canadian bacon, or whatever. These satisfy me because though they are not the leanest food choices, they are higher in fat and provide protein, which are recipes for satiety. Don't go overboard, but adding bacon to an omelet or getting a side of sausage links at breakfast a few times a week will not completely derail your efforts, but instead will help you feel satisfied and hopefully help you stay on track. My typical out to breakfast meal is an egg white omelet with veggies, a side of asparagus, and a side of link sausage. This makes me feel like I'm in heaven. Plus, I'm not hungry for at least another 4 to 5 hours. Protein and fat will do that to you. 4. Coffee with cream. For those of you who have read my blog for a while, you know that I love cream in my coffee, and it is one of the few indulgences I have on a regular basis. It is my daily moment. I might do black coffee pre-workout and then coffee with cream and sweetener with or after breakfast. Cream, such as half and half, or better yet, coconut creamer, are just fine as preemptive cheats. If having a tablespoon or two of half and half in your coffee will satisfy and prevent overindulging later on much worse options, then go for it. And 5. Sugar-free items. I usually have 1 to 2 sugar-free treats during any normal week if I'm really craving sweet or chocolate, such as a piece of sugar-free chocolate or a small sugar-free frozen yogurt. You will need to watch out for maltitol, a sugar alcohol, because too much of it can cause gas, bloating, or other gastrointestinal issues. Once you have one bad experience with maltitol, you'll learn to respect it. Keep in mind that these treats, though sugar-free, still contain calories, and sometimes even more calories because they can be higher in fat, which is why keeping this to 1 to 2 times a week is key, not an everyday thing. You just listened to the post titled Attack of the Cravings, My Top 5 Preemptive Cheats by Jill Coleman of JillFit.com. Good news, business owners. Hiring game-changing employees just got way easier, thanks to Indeed. Indeed is the hiring platform helping over 3 million businesses do it all. Attract, interview, and hire all in one place. Don't spend hours on multiple job sites looking for candidates. With Indeed's Instant Match feature, over 80% of Indeed employers find quality candidates the moment they sponsor a job. I especially love that if you invite these or any candidates of your choosing to apply, they are 3 times more likely to apply to your job than candidates who only see it in search. Start hiring now with a $75 sponsored job credit to upgrade your job post at Indeed.com/health. Offer good for a limited time. Claim your $75 credit now at Indeed.com/health. Go to Indeed.com/health and support the show by saying you heard about it on this podcast. Indeed.com/health. Terms and conditions apply. Need to hire? You need Indeed.
Sweet Summer Days is happening now at Whole Foods Market with sales on the juiciest fruits of the season. Organic peaches, organic cantaloupes, blueberries, and strawberries. That's an epic fruit salad. You'll also find sweet sales on fresh Alaska sockeye salmon and halibut and grill-ready fruity marinades. Keep your wallet happy with aisles of savings from $3.65 by Whole Foods Market, like sparkling waters, frozen fruits, and snacks. Sweeten your summer at Whole Foods Market. Terms apply.
Dr. Neil here for my commentary. Today's author, Jill, actually mentioned one of my favorite go-to snacks when I'm craving something, that heaping spoonful of peanut butter. Sometimes around 3 or 4 in the afternoon, I start feeling a little hungry. Maybe I've already had my lunch and I don't want to make myself something like a sandwich, but I'm craving for something that will help keep me satisfied until dinner. Enter a spoonful of peanut butter. And as Jill said in today's article, peanut butter is full of protein, fat, and it even has some fiber. And all of these components help us feel satisfied. And for me, it works every time. All right, that'll do it for today. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for listening all the way through. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you back here tomorrow where your optimal life awaits.